migration partnership between Nigeria and Switzerland has been viewed to be a cordial and good one that has made the two countries to celebrate the 10 years in existence. This has many positive impacts on both countries, especially in terms of the migration and illegal migration. And it has assisted in transferring of knowledge and many other things. The expert says,
of the celebration of the 10th anniversary of the migration partnership between Nigeria and Switzerland. As Your Excellencies will recall, the partnership was signed on the 14th February 2011, a day globally celebrated for love and affection, which explains why this partnership has been very successful due to our collective determination and respect for the principle of reciprocity. We have agreed to deepen and expand dialogue and cooperation in the field of migration. This will eventually lead us to identify opportunities and problems and seek constructive solutions into matters of global migration. I think we can safely say that we are on the right track. In going into this agreement, Nigeria and Switzerland agreed to cooperate in many areas, including the fight against smuggling of migrants, trafficking in human beings and drugs, capacity building in immigration and administration, return assistance, readministration and reintegration, prevention of irregular migration, and enhancement of regular migration, border management and control, promotion and protection of human rights. While I can safely say that we have seen tremendous progress in other areas, I wish to note that, as in many other migration-related agreements or instruments, regular pathway to migration has not really seen much change. For us to therefore continue to extol our partnership, it is important that all areas of this agreement be treated equally. However, we must also not forget that migration itself is beneficial, not just to sending countries, but also to receiving countries as well. Looking from the perspective of the economies of the two sides, remittances into Nigeria have averaged 20 billion United States dollars for the past 5 years. Many other African and third world countries have also benefited from these remittances from the diaspora.
It is a great pleasure to be here in beautiful Abuja. It is my first visit to your fascinating country, and I will remember this trip, the warm welcome and interesting encounters, as an enriching and memorable experience. I am particularly pleased that we are able to mark this important milestone of our partnership despite the difficulties we face due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has proven to be a huge challenge for our generation, and probably more than ever before, this pandemic made us realize that we are all in this together. This is why international solidarity and cooperation are key to tackle the challenges we are facing today and to work together in creating opportunities for the benefit of our societies for tomorrow. I believe this approach is very well reflected in our migration partnership, which over the past 10 years has developed into an excellent model of successful foreign policy of migration for both our countries. Switzerland attaches great importance to Nigeria as a partner country, and Switzerland stands with Nigeria in light of the challenges it faces. During the meetings with government representatives today, we will be able to discuss the issues regarding northeast Nigeria, the COVID-19 pandemic, and of course developments with regards to migration and how Switzerland's engagement can make a difference. I am impressed by the ongoing efforts of the various branches of governments in the management of migration, in dealing with humanitarian tragedies, as well as the fight against extremism. And I praise the resilience and positivity of the Nigerian people. It is this positivity and resilience that nurtured the foundation of our migration partnership, which has become a cornerstone of bilateral relations. In the framework of the migration partnership, several Swiss government agencies, from the Federal Department of Justice and Police, as well as the Federal Department of Foreign Affairs, are actively involved in working together with their Nigerian counterparts in identifying relevant initiatives and projects. I would like to commend and thank the involved Nigerian government agencies for their efforts in furthering orderly, safe and regular migration. Over the past decade, Switzerland and Nigeria have implemented more than 50 projects in areas such as migration management, preventing irregular migration, combating human trafficking, facilitating return and reintegration, or enabling sustainable labor migration. Furthermore, the migration partnership has improved and facilitated direct technical discussions between our State Secretariat for Migration and the Nigerian Immigration Service. But we have also increased police cooperation between our federal police and the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. These dialogues are crucial components of the successful implementation of the partnership. Additionally, since the establishment of the migration partnership, Switzerland and Nigeria have fostered their bilateral relations by a diplomatic exchange program. This innovative exchange program, which enables young diplomats of both countries to learn from each other, allows for a dynamic and insightful exchange and cultivates our partnership even further. I'm impressed by the variety of ongoing projects which are being implemented to support local communities, as well as migrants, refugees, and internally displaced persons. And I'm very pleased that I will be able to see firsthand one of these projects today, as we will be able together to inaugurate the Blue Bus Initiative. The project aims to shed light on the dangers of human trafficking by traveling to affected communities. I believe this project is a perfect symbol of our current state of the migration partnership and, more importantly, our future cooperation. We are not afraid to tackle difficult issues such as human trafficking jointly, and we are doing it in an innovative, holistic, and balanced partnership approach. Let our migration partnership be an example to the region and the world, an example that we can tackle the challenges of migration and appreciate the benefits it can create if we do it together. Now, Honorable Permanent Secretary, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for contributing to the excellent relationship of our two countries. In order to commemorate our achievements over the past decade and to highlight our common efforts in the interest of safe, orderly, and regular migration, I have the honor to announce the launch of a website dedicated to our migration partnership and to unveil the official brochure on the occasion of our 10th anniversary. And now, Your Excellency, I have the honor now to hand over and provide you.
Suffice to say that there is no time in the history of international relations that the management of migration across international borders has been easy or free from numerous and diverse challenges. The situation, Your Excellencies, is even worse with the alarming increase in the volume, complexity, and threat in international migration. Nevertheless, irrespective of the difficulties in logistics and politics, empirical record shows that with right policies and partnerships, migration can always bring about positive economic and development impact to both the destination and origin countries, as well as migrants themselves. Indeed, no single state or organization can manage migration alone. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I must state that Nigeria believes in strategic collaboration, partnership, and has engaged and entered into bilateral and multilateral partnership, both intra and intercontinental. In all this, the Nigeria-Switzerland bilateral partnership is outstanding and enjoys a unique kind of strategic relationship based on mutual trust and respect for each other. Permit me to state that our partnership with the Swiss in all ramifications is often used as a reference point in our diplomatic engagements with other nations. The Nigeria-Swiss bilateral partnership on migration conducted under the Joint Technical Committee, JTC, for instance, has proven to be a model of diplomatic pragmatism on issues of common interest, specifically relating to migration. This strong migration partnership between Nigeria and Switzerland was signed in 2011. It aimed at intensifying the cooperation between the two countries in the field of migration, especially in ensuring humane and dignified return of irregular migrants from Switzerland to Nigeria, with benefits attached to facilitate their reintegration into the society. The partnership, Your Excellencies, has over the years expanded to provide a number of laudable projects targeted towards better management of migration in Nigeria and mainstreaming migration into development. Prominent among the projects is consolidating migration governance architecture, which has facilitated the decentralization of migration government to the Nigerian 6 geopolitical zones and institutionalizing a whole of government and whole of society approach in migration by integrating the civil society organizations and the academia into the architecture. I wish to add that other projects include the Nestle initiative, which was another of such pragmatic solutions designed and implemented to directly benefit the Nigerian youth. Capacity building initiatives for our border and trafficking in persons agencies, as well as police cooperation. All of these are a reflection of the mutual trust built over the past 10 years. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for Nigeria, beyond the focus on international migration, our priority is also to address the situation of internal displacement being experienced in some parts of the country. People do not get displaced by choice. Rather, they are forced to leave their habitual place of residence as a result of complex humanitarian conditions. Nigeria, through the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management, and Social Development, and the relevant agencies under its supervision, is evolving a radical and creative approach to shift from a relief-dependent measure to a more concrete and protection-oriented strategy and durable solution options in response to the huge displacement profiles in Nigeria. This is inspired by the need to shift from the application of ad hoc strategies to developing and institutionalizing a more sustainable and coordinated process that derives from this principle of the Kampala Convention in addressing future displacement challenges in Nigeria, while utilizing a humanitarian development peace nexus approach in all interventions and response. Again, Switzerland is among the countries extending solidarity to us in addressing the issue of insurgency, causing internal displacement, and providing support in humanitarian interventions, especially in the Northeast.
I'm Bemiga Olamikon reporting.